a carpenter.
I am not a carpenter.
Contraction.
I am not a carpenter.
Page 7. Repeat. You are not a carpenter.
You are not a carpenter.
Okay, Claudia, repeat.
You are not a carpenter.
Contraction.
You are not carpenter.
Good. And the other contraction?
You aren't carpenter.
Good. Repeat. You are not a carpenter.
You are not a carpenter.
You're not a carpenter.
You're not a carpenter.
You aren't a carpenter.
You aren't a carpenter.
Okay, repeat. He is not a carpenter.
He is not a carpenter.
And Kia Roth, repeat.
He is not a carpenter.
He's not a carpenter.
Contraction.
He is not a carpenter. He isn't a carpenter.
Good. Class, repeat. She is not a carpenter.
She is not a carpenter.
Raina, repeat.
She is not a carpenter.
Contraction.
She is not a carpenter. She isn't a carpenter.
Very good. Class, repeat. She is not a carpenter.
She is not a carpenter.
She's not a carpenter.
She's not a carpenter.
She isn't a carpenter.
She isn't a carpenter.
Okay, Luisa, repeat. It is not a table.
It's not a table.
It is not a table.
It is not a table.
Good. Repeat. Not.
Not.
Repeat. It's not
It's not
a table.
a table.
It
It
isn't.
isn't
Good. A table.
a table.
Class, repeat. It is not Friday.
It is not Friday.
It's not Friday.
It is not Friday.
It isn't Friday.
It isn't Friday.
Good. Repeat. We are not carpenters.
We are not carpenters.
Carmen, repeat.
We are not carpenters.
Contraction.
We're not carpenters. We aren't carpenters.
Good. Repeat. They are not carpenters.
They are not carpenters.
Processo.
They are not carpenter. They're not carpenter. They are not carpenter.
Good. Close your books. Okay, class. Repeat. I am not.
I am not.
I am not a student.
I am not a student.
Contraction.
I'm
not
not
a student.
Good. Repeat. You are not.
You are not.
You are not a student.
You are not a student.
Maritza, repeat.
You are not a student.
Contraction.
You are not.
No.
You are not.
So, you are not a student. You are not a student. What about this, Maritza?
You are not
A student.
a student.
And then this?
You aren't a student.
Good. Class, repeat. You are not a teacher.
You are not a teacher. You are not a teacher.
You aren't a teacher.
Repeat. They are not from China.
They are not from China.
They are not from China.
They are not.
They are not from China.
Class?
They're
They
not.
are not from China.
They're not.
They
They're
are
not.
not from China.
Okay?
They aren't from China.
Good. Okay. Repeat. He is not a student.
He is not a student.
Peter, repeat.
He is not a student.
Contraction.
He's not a student. He isn't a student.
Very good. Class, repeat. She is not a teacher.
She is not a teacher.
Bantai, repeat.
She is not a teacher.
Contraction.
She's not a teacher. She isn't a teacher.
Good. Class, repeat. It is not a chair.
It is not a chair.
Annie, repeat.
It is not a chair.
Contraction.
It is not a chair.
Good.
It isn't a chair.
Repeat the last one.
It isn't a chair.
Very good. Class, repeat. We are not teachers.
We are not teachers.
We're not teachers.
We're not teachers.
We aren't teachers.
We are teachers.
They are not from Canada.
They're not.
They are not from Canada.
They're not from Canada.
They're not from Canada.
They aren't from Canada.
They are not from Canada.
Okay, very good.